rape convict and Dera Sacha Sauda chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim has been granted a 21-day furlough yet again. This is just 4 months after he was out on parole and spent a month in July in his Uttar Pradesh ashram celebrating his birthday. This is the third time that he has been granted parole. In fact, in this year itself, in January, then in July, and now in the month of November. Now, this time as well, he is headed to his ashram in Bagpat. Ram Rahim, remember, is currently lodged at Haryana's Sunaria jail after being convicted for rape of 2 Dera followers and murder of another one. He was convicted for the rape of 2 women followers by a special CBI court in Panchkula in August 2017, and later in October 2021, the court had also found him guilty along with 4 others for the murder of Ranjit Singh, a resident of Kanpur Kolia village in Kurukshetra. Now, this is Ram Rahim's, as I was telling you earlier, 3rd parole in 10 months, 6th in 2 years, and 8th overall since being sentenced in 2017 for rape, and then later, of course, for his role in the murder as well. So I don't know whether it is Ghazali, my colleague, is joining us. Ghazali, I don't know whether this is any more shocking news as far as people are concerned. It seems that Ram Rahim is spending more time outside than he's spending, going through his sentence. As far as this man is concerned, there is something really special about this man that every few months he's out.
Yeah, there is something very special about him, because even during the previous paroles, when he was being granted previous parole, multiple objections were raised by many parties, even in Haryana and Punjab, and some parties have also approached the court. But then the court also relied, because before any parole or furlough, if a convict had to be released, a character certificate kind of report is produced by the jail administration, which is shared with the state government, and then a communication between the two leads to the release of the convict, either on furlough or on parole. So on all the accounts, even previously there was a lot of furor when he was released on parole, because the jail administration's report suggested, or the state government's affidavit in one of the Haryana's court, in Punjab and Haryana High Court in one of the occasions suggested that he has not been convicted in a heinous crime. That had created a lot of flutter. Later the Haryana government kept issuing clarification. But even today, when he is, perhaps in a couple of hours, he will be released from Sunaria jail in Rohtak. The ADGP jails is there, and we are being told that the paperwork is going on. What everybody is suggesting, that perhaps the polls in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan would be one factor that why he's coming out. Some are saying, but he can't influence anything in his 21 days of his stay in UP, because he has been allowed only to visit his ashram in UP. But certainly very special that a rape convict, a murder convict, he has been allowed to move out of jail on many occasions since his conviction.
And the timing of it, like you were saying, in January this year, he was also released. At that point of time, Himachal Pradesh elections were around the corner, and it was being seen as something that possibly could have had some sort of an influence as far as the Himachal elections are concerned. Overall, Ghazali, Mr. Khattar, every time he has been asked this question, he says that there is nothing that he can do. There is a system in place. But we have seen leaders, specifically from the Bharatiya Janata Party as well, making a beeline for his darshan whenever he's out on parole. He has a lot of political influence still.
And Ankit, you're right, and it's not just BJP. Leaders of every party have been queuing up at his ashram. We have seen it in Bhatinda with AAP leaders also, somewhere the Congress leaders. Multiple pictures keep coming out. And in a lighter tone, many people say that he always comes out when there is an election. Whether it's a Panchayat election, an assembly election, a Lok Sabha election, he appears to be a mascot of the election commission or something. His fans often say that he's perhaps he comes out to appeal people to go out and vote. But it is very shameful that a rape convict, he gets to spend more time outside the jail, and every time the Haryana Chief Minister, as you rightly pointed out, will say there is no political overtones to it. There is no backing of the BJP or the state government to it. It's a matter of record, and it's all procedural things which we don't have any intervention or a role to play in. So certainly everybody understands that how somebody who has been so influential, that while he was being convicted, Haryana's Panchkula and other cities saw a kind of mayhem we had never seen in the last 1 decade or so.
Ghazali, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. As I said, this story, I think people have stopped being shocked at this man being granted parole one after another, 6 in 2 years, 3rd in 10 months. He celebrated his birthday, 30-day parole, and now again out on 21-day parole this year as well.